We're back on stream 1 here in Wigan, and an all-Welsh battle about to commence. Not for the first time. In fact, for the 34th time in their careers. 22-11 to Price.
3 more each.
He's looking to win a Players' Championship event for the first time since 2023. 24 was not his year on the floor. Clayton did win in the middle of the season. He wants to get back on the winning train as soon as possible. Both have shown a bit of form over the last couple of days, but only one will survive to the last 16 today.
I refuse to believe they've only played each other 34 times. I mean, obviously we don't count exhibitions and
25.
whatever. It must be more than that. Probably over the years. It has to be, surely.
Bullseye. Johnny's won the ball.
Things like Players' Championships, World Championships.
Johnny to throw
World
first.
Series events, Premier League. All the important stuff. Things like exhibitions. Yes, there'll be records of that somewhere.
140.
I'm sure Clayton has torn shreds through Price at some points. But what we can say is the last 4 meetings between these two have gone the way of the Iceman, including their last meeting, which was on the 29th of December, which was 4 sets to 2 to Price. And it wasn't a particularly comfortable game for either player.
$180.
There we go. First 180 of the contest. Speaking of exhibitions, Gerwyn Price absolutely demolished Luke Humphries at an exhibition. I think it was in Dublin the other day. Spooky averages being posted by the pair.
134.
Humphries averaged 120, just slightly under that, and lost 6-1 to Gezi. But Gezi didn't carry that kind of performance into yesterday here in Wigan. That's a grind.
64.
This is a kind of finish that Clayton mops up usually. Not on this occasion though.
50.
Keeps his eyes locked on the top of the board.
59.
And then rolls them to the back of his skull as the deflection means that he can't take out. Finish with double top. Jonny looking for the same
20.
Red bed. Can't find it either.
Yeah, both can't take out 60 as part of a combination.
Game shot.
But Price on 10s takes a cagey first leg. It's still best of 11 as usual in board finals here in a standard 1-2-8 Players' Championship event. Some of these players are going to be sticking around tomorrow for European Tour qualifiers for
60.
Belgium at the start of the European Tour season, which is the week after the UK Open, and Göttingen a couple of weeks after that. But these two are fine.
140.
Both inside the top 16 in the world. Will be seeded for those events. So as soon as someone is out,
59.
they will go home. Whereas a lot of people today, when they're eliminated, will be back to the hotel and back in the arena tomorrow.
45.
In terms of seedings for today, Gerwyn Price 22, Jonny Clayton 11.
100.
That is spooky, isn't it?
Because their record against each other,
100,
which is way more than 34 games, like I was saying. But in terms of what we've got, is it not 22-11?
It is.
140.
How strange is that?
Eerie things happening at Robin Park.
Not the first time.
100.
Plenty of spooky things have happened here over the years. This Price was looking for 6 17s. Jonny will want
82.
4 of something to leave a double of his choosing.
85.
Potentially. He might not need 4 of the same number. And he won't. But he does need tops.
76.
And again on tops, he's a centimetre high, giving Price a chance for 2-0. And when he's this clinical, you can't give him opportunities.
Well, I mentioned he had to toil and graft yesterday.
140.
Danny Lauby beat him 6-2
43.
earlier this afternoon. Yesterday, beat him 6-4. Much tougher contest than he was expecting, but he probably made it difficult for himself, Gezi, at times.
180.
Speaking of making things difficult, Jonny and Gezi make power scoring look easy at times.
140.
Case in point there with Jonny Clayton.
Is Clayton going to leave his favourite 1-2-1?
60.
There it is. The guy noted for hitting 1-2-1 checkouts more than anybody else.
140.
And he doesn't have company in the finishing zone, so he doesn't even have to go for this, but it won't change his mind. It just so happens that he didn't even get a shot at the bull or double 14. That didn't work out at all. Double 8.
Game shot.
I think the only bright spark there, Niall, is the fact that Price did actually leave a finish.
Was it 8 that he scored?
8 to leave 170.
180.
One of the things that these dart players really do have is this ability to turn their focus in about
100.
2 or 3 seconds. We saw in a previous match on the other stream with Jose de Souza and Chris Dobie. They had a nice exchange at the end of like 6
85.
when de Souza got on the board. But 2 seconds later, they were both hitting 140s to try and pummel each other again. And that's what these players are able to do.
140.
The dynamism of darts, isn't it? To that visit goes awry.
60.
You're back again very quickly. Put it out of your mind.
This game is right at the bottom of the draw. Winner of this one takes on the winner of Schindler and Luke Woodhouse. Wessel Nyman and Nico Springer are dueling in their board final.
90.
And Rusty Jake Rodriguez and Luke Littler are also in this quarter. Fascinating stuff.
55.
Is this game getting away from Clayton?
We'll do if this goes. And it does go.
Shot.
Double 8 for Gerwyn Price. He leads 3-1. See there. More efficient
97.
on the outer ring. Jonny Clayton, the 14 darter to hold throw in the last leg.
180.
Sorry, to break throw in the last leg.
140.
And look at the disappointment from Clayton after dart 2. He gets the perfect first shot. He walks away with 140, which a lot of people would have been
83.
pleased with, but not Clayton. He's wanting max as soon as that first dart is planted, bottom of the bed.
44.
Both Welsh players inside the top 10 in the world. Clayton number 6, Price number 9. I think there's going to be a battle for that top Welsh spot all year long. As far as the World Cup's concerned, it could be a case of reunited in the middle of the year.
84.
Because last year, Clayton played with Jim Williams. Interesting. He's missed a single. He's trying to get a 98 checkout with 3 darts here to take double 19 out of play. It makes sense. But when you miss the 4, you've only got yourself to blame, and he is castigating himself in his mind right now.
Jonny not able to capitalise
100.
the opportunity, but he does leave himself a 1 darter if he returns. It's a nice marker for Gerwyn Price. Oh, he's missed all 3 of them.
No score.
Can't believe it. He cannot believe it. And now Jonny is back for 36. And he finds it for 3-2.
And the wry smile from Price as if to say, I can't give Jonny Clayton chances like that. And there's another example of that 2 or 3 second window where you just have to switch back on. Straight back in it. And this game has got more levels
85.
right now.
Well, Gerwyn yesterday lost 6-5 to
100.
Jitse van der Waal, and in all fairness, just never really looked comfortable in terms of trying to get away from
96.
Jitse. And I think that's credit to Jitse with the way he played. He can build up a head of steam,
100.
as we've seen it over the years. Very difficult to slow him down.
97.
The Price is on a 1-2-1 now. Deciding not to go for it.
89.
You can never accuse Price of doing the wrong thing as far as approaching and finishing is concerned. He's got his own routes.
177.
And he is someone who knows the board just as well as anybody.
Game
and he's
shot.
4-2 ahead. But this next stat, it blows my mind. Yes, they've played 33 times before.
100.
But Jonny Clayton has not beaten Gerwyn Price in a ranking match since the final of the World Grand Prix in 2021.
140.
The only victories that Jonny's had against Price since then have been in non-ranked tournaments like the Premier League.
100.
That's unbelievable.
That's not unbelievable. That 180, such a familiar sight for Gerwyn Price over the years, and in this leg, 5-1 elite on the max count.
140.
He is noted more for his maximums than Jonny is noted for his.
65.
That run could continue. Unless Jonny finds something like this.
137.
This would be a crusher. Tops.
96.
Look how much he's disappointed with wiring it just on the underside. The fine margins of top-level players. 6-6 for Clayton.
18.
And he can't find 3-3, so this should be 5-2 now with another break.
Game
And
shot.
that's what he gets.
Just a case now of holding throw for Gerwyn Price, and he's through. In this last 16 encounter, is he going to kick off with another 180?
121.
Not that time.
You look at the averages and it looks like a close game. In fact, it has been a close game.
180.
But Jonny's missed a couple of key chances, and Price looks in the mood.
180.
Well, Gerwyn Price reached the final of Players' Championship 27 mid-October last year.
140.
Beat Damon Heta in the quarters. Beat Ryan Searle in the semis. And lost to MVG
140.
8-4.
Price has only ever won in Wigan once, back in February
55.
2020. To stand a chance of doing it for a second time, it's tops.
Game shot.
It's lethal.
And the match. Go
And he
Price.
keeps up that record of not losing to Clayton in a ranking match for kicking on for 3.5 years now. But he's in the next round to take on Woodhouse or Schindler, and that was a really good display from the Iceman. Over 101, the doubles were very good, and he outguns Clayton once again, beating him by 6 legs to 2.